use a lot of our methods. They make animal noises. They bring up topics related to our issues. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm sure you know, our preferences that comment is just not with the animal business. Because honestly, comments, that's what they.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. You did a good job. You did a good job walking over here. Sir, you got a permit to carry a concealed weapon?
I think so.
Hey baby, ¿qué pasó? Para empezar la junta. Hey baby, ¿qué pasó? Mira estos cabrones. A bunch of people. Hilda Solis gave it to me. Test, test. Hey, I thought this meeting starts at 10 o'clock, Mr. Campos. Am I being maliciously misled by your social media? You know, it took me two buses and a train, and then I had to walk a block to get here. Hey, ma'am, what time do you guys start, Miss Reyes? Do you know what time you start the business of the people? Wow. You guys should learn to be on time. Yeah, but you're just one out of the body. We need a body of people here to do the business of the people. That's why we, the people of the Constitution, say, if you don't want to do your job, stay home. Go work at Walmart. That's what I was told by LAUSD. You know what I told LAUSD? Fuck you. I still can work. Right? That's all I want to hear. Try your best. All right, come on.
Audio test, testing 1, 2, 3. Audio test, testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, everyone. Fernando Campos, Executive Officer with the Board of Public Works for today, Friday, March 24th, 2023. We do have a relatively short agenda this morning. Presenters for item number 1, Richard Liu. Item number 2, Sora Akhtar. Item number 3, Nur Malhis. Item 4, Nadir Shah. No presenter on 5 and 6. And item number 7, Angelo Gopal. Bureau representatives that are on the line, Karen Ingala, Georgia Spindola, Fernando Lopez, Larry Hsu, and Mary Jane Muir, thank you for being here this morning. Just to confirm that you can hear us clear on your end, George Spindola, good morning to you. Can you just confirm that you can hear us through Zoom?
Yes, Dr. Campos, I can hear you. It's a little low, though.
Okay, I will try to adjust the volume.
Thank you.
For members of the general public that would like to provide general public comment or commentary on any of the items for today's agenda, if you can please raise your hand at this time by pressing *9, or if you're joining us through the Zoom application, you can raise your hand by clicking the raise hand icon located at the lower right-hand side of the screen. If you're here live in person at City Hall in our chambers, there are speaker cards located at the back end of the room. You can go ahead and submit those speaker cards to me so that we can add you to the queue. Again, this is for members of the general public that would like to provide general public comment or commentary on any of the items for today's agenda. If you can please raise your hand by pressing *9, click the raise hand icon, or turn in a speaker card. Seeing no speaker cards, or seeing no hands raised or other speaker cards submitted, we'll go ahead and move forward. President Garcia, we can get started whenever you are ready. Great, let me go ahead and turn on the recording.
Yes, I'm ready.
President Garcia, you're now in record mode.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting for the Board of Public Works for Friday, March 24th, 2023. Dr. Campos?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Fernando Campos, Executive Officer, establishing roll call and quorum. We have President Garcia, Vice President Villegas, Commissioners Corzant, and Commissioner Reyes. President Garcia, you do have a quorum. For the record, President Pro Tem Davis is out on an excuse absence on business this morning. President Garcia, at this time, we currently have one speaker card under general public comment. We have no commentary under the Neighborhood Council comment section, and we have a speaker card on items number 1 and 2.
Thank you very much, Dr. Campos. Since we do have public comment, we'll take public comment now, and I believe this is an in-person public comment. Herman?
Mr. Herman, the Board of Public Works is now considering general public comment. President Garcia, Mr. Herman is not in the room.
Okay. Herman, last call. Okay, given that he's not here, we are officially closing public comment now. Moving on to the first item on today's business, which is the approval of the minutes for Friday, March 10th, 2023. Is there a second to my motion to approve this item? Thank you, Commissioner Corzant. Dr. Campos, there's a first by me and a second by Commissioner Corzant to approve Friday, March 10th minutes.
Absolutely. Let's start the voting tabulation. We'll start now. We'll start with you, President Garcia.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
Commissioner Corzant.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
This motion is adopted and carries unanimous. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Campos. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our second to last Friday of March, and then we are officially into second quarter of the year. Happy spring to everyone. I just want to say welcome everybody that's joining us virtually and those that are here in person. We should have a pretty relatively short agenda today, and we'll be able to get you guys all on your way to start your weekend. And we do have a holiday, a city holiday Monday, so we're celebrating and recognizing Cesar Chavez Day, March 27th, 24th, 25th, 26th, I'm sorry, March 26th will be recognized. Unless I'm wrong, what's Monday? March 27th. The 27th. It's an official holiday. Thank you, everyone. It's an official holiday. We are out that day. All right, well, moving on to item number 1. This is a task, sorry, we do have a speaker on that item. And on item number 1, I have a speaker by HHH. Speaker HHH. Dr. Campos, want to do the last call?
Absolutely. Speaker with the name of HHH, the Board of Public Works is considering item number 1. Please come to the podium. President Garcia, Speaker HHH is not in the room.
Okay. Public comment for item number 1 is now officially closed. This is a request from the Bureau of Engineering in Council Districts 8, 10, and 11, streets of significance within impact areas O of the major transit and transportation construction impact areas, Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority, Crenshaw LAX Transit Corridor Project, and Destination Crenshaw Project. Recommending the board to 1, authorize the city engineer as chair of the Major Transit and Transportation Construction Traffic Management Committee to update the streets of significance within impact area O of the Major Transit and Transportation Construction impacts areas for the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority, Crenshaw LAX Transit Corridor Project, and Destination Crenshaw Project. And 2, forward a copy of this report to the City Council for their information. And this morning we have here Mr. Richard Liu. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Morning, members of the board. My name is Richard Liu. I'm with the Bureau of Engineering Metro Transit Division, representing for the Major Transit and Transportation Construction Traffic Management Committee, also referred to as TCTMC. The report before you today is to request the board to authorize the city engineer as chair of the TCTMC to update the impact area OMAP that services the 2 major projects, the Metro Crenshaw LAX and Destination Crenshaw projects. The Crenshaw LAX project is currently in its punch-out phase, completing its final punch list items for construction, and the Destination Crenshaw project is currently in the design and construction phase in various locations along the Crenshaw corridor. BOE worked with LADOT, Metro, and the Destination Crenshaw project teams to develop the updated map, which includes the addition of 1 and the removal of 28 streets of significant segments. Streets of significant segments are streets that have been determined from time to time to be necessary for the safe and efficient movement of traffic within, across, or through a TCTMC construction area. Anyone conducting these activities or performing work which require a city permit on a street of significance will be required to present their project to the committee to have their traffic control plans reviewed and approved before conducting any work. With that said, we're looking to, again, relinquish 28 street segments, but adding 1 additional street segments to support these 2 projects.
Thank you very much, Mr. Liu. Any questions, colleagues? Seeing none, any objections to this item? Seeing none, is there a motion on the table to move item number 1 forward and forthwith?
So moved.
Thank you, Vice President Villegas. Is there a second?
Public comment, please.
Please do not interrupt our meeting. We're in the middle of deliberations right now.
Mr. Herman, we called for public comment when this item was called, and there was 1 card, the speaker was called. There was no one here for that comment. So public comment on this item is now closed. And so if you want to speak on other items that we haven't heard yet, you may. But we're on item number 1. We called for public comment. There was no one here for public comment. So, but when we called for public comment, you were not here. And
You started late, is that my fault?
Okay,
Mr. Herman, I'm not going to engage in a discussion, but
We're not.
public comment on this item is closed. Thank you, Mr. Herman.
thank you. And I really appreciate not interrupting us during deliberation. Thank you. We were in the middle of getting our deliberation. Was that Vice President Villegas, and there was a second by, I'm sorry, Commissioner Reyes?
Yes.
Dr. Campos, there's a first by VP Villegas and a second by Commissioner Reyes to approve item number 1.
Absolutely. Let's start the voting tabulation. We'll start with you, President Garcia,
Aye.
Vice President Villegas,
Aye.
Commissioner Corzan,
Aye.
and Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
This motion is adopted and carries unanimous. Madam Chair, would you like to move item number 1 forward forthwith?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Liu, thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Moving on to item number 2, we do have a public comment card here, and this is with HHH. HHH, this is a time for public comment on item number 2.
Good morning, you fat cunt. I'm talking on the order of all items under CDs. 65, Toretta Tech INC, bitch, for the record. 42 U.S.C. 1983, politely, fuck you. Why? Because the city engineer has issued the TOS fucking Tech Incorporation for the wastewater and environmental fucking engineering service on behalf of those consultants. And I, a taxpayer and a consultant on behalf of the consultants and budget authority of the authority niggas like me and you, nigga, be, included contingency. The reason why we have contingency, because you dumb motherfuckers don't know how to manage money. That's why you fucking keep taxing and causing inflation, raising gases, making people struggle, making motherfuckers not understand that a contingency means that if the fucking fools can't get their project done on time or right,
Okay, let's
guess
stay
what?
on topic. It's item number 2.
Yeah, I'm on item number 2, madam, for the record, B for bitch, PW 2023-0170 for the record. So please, keep your goddamn comments to yourself and let me finish my fucking 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever fucking time I got, because you didn't let me speak earlier on public comment and item number 1, because your fucking fat, racist fucking bitch asked me to tell me to leave because you didn't want to hear me speak. So, once again, on-call consultants list, the City of Los Angeles building the decarbonization work plan project. Like I said, if you develop a budget that actually takes action and has a purpose, and avoid the pattern and practice of embezzlement and corruption, shit gets done, Madam Aurora Garcia. That's why that fucking fat fuck Jose Huizar is going to prison. Thank you.
Thank you. Public comments now officially closed for item number 2. Moving on, this is a task order solicitation to Tetra Tech Inc., pre-qualified on-call consultants list, City of Los Angeles existing building decarbonization work plan project, recommending the board to 1, authorize the city engineer to issue task order to Tetra Tech Inc. for the pre-qualified on-call wastewater environmental engineering services consultants list to provide comprehensive master planning and design consulting services for the City of Los Angeles existing building decarbonization work plan as stated in task order number 65 with a budget authority of $436,300, including contingency. And this morning we have Mr. Actor. Oh, Miss Actor, how are you, ma'am? Welcome.
Good morning, President Garcia, commissioners, department representatives, and executive officers. I'm Zora Akhtar, Senior Architect and Chief Sustainability Officer for the Bureau of Engineering. I'm joined by my colleague Lorraine Moreno, Civil Engineer and Sustainability Officer. This board report is for the development of the existing building decarbonization work plan with a budget authority of $436,000. For this TOS, we are utilizing the PQOC list of consultants, which was approved by the board June 26, 2017, and extended on May 2022. The contract with Tetra Tech was executed on July 11, 2017, and will expire on July 11, 2027. I would like to give you a brief background on the board report. TOS 65 was developed in response to several motions passed by City Council in 2021 and addressed the urgency and the opportunities for carbon fuel use reductions through decarbonizing the city's existing building stock and directed by departments to prioritize and directed city departments to prioritize building decarbonization of all city-owned facilities, including efforts related to building electrification, solar panel installations, energy storage installations, and others. Specifically, on November 22nd, 2021, the City Council approved Council File Number 21-1039, which states, direct the Bureau of Engineering to work closely with the GSD, LADWP, RAP, CAO, CLA, and other city departments and create a building decarbonization work plan assessing the renewable solar energy generation potential of existing municipal facilities. Council File Number 21-1039 also instructs the controller to transfer $500,000 from the fiscal year 21-22 balance to the BOE to complete the task. In response to the City Council's request, the BOE sought the services of a consultant team with demonstrated specialty experience to establish a prioritization methodology for a multi-year building decarbonization work plan that will consist of a set of prioritized year-by-year project list to most cost-effectively and with the highest impact reduce the city's use of carbon-based fuel in city's existing buildings. The components of decarbonization for city facilities are a combination of full building electrification, related energy efficiency upgrades, installation of solar panels, and installation of battery energy storage where applicable. A tracking and reporting system shall be derived from and incorporated into the city's various datasets with the purpose of aiding in the year-by-year selection process for workbook development, as well as tracking ongoing projects in terms of facility retrofit scope and project completion status. On June 22, 2022, the Bureau of Engineering distributed the TOS number 65 to all 24 consultants on the PQOC consultant list. We received 4 proposals. After a thorough evaluation of the proposals and in-person interviews, Tetra Tech was selected based on demonstrated experience with similar work in scope and scale, and a thorough understanding of project deliverables and a qualified and experienced project team. Except for the MBE, Tetra Tech has exceeded all BIP subconsultant utilization goal percentages. Amongst the 4 proposals, Tetra Tech was the most qualified for the type of work that the task has asked for and has direct experience in. The funds for the project has been transferred to the Bureau of Engineering Building Decarbonization account. This will conclude my presentation.
Thank you very much for your report this morning. Any questions, colleagues, on this item? Commissioner Reyes?
Thank you so much for the report. My question is, I would assume that there is a working group established together in collaboration with our GSD and DWP and CAO, CLA. Okay, so that has already started?
Correct. Previous to sending the TOS out, all the city departments, as you mentioned, including LADWP, GSD, CLA, CO, we all met to understand how to handle this before we even go out to the TOS so we can define the scope of work. And that combined effort led to this TOS going out. And after the work begins, we will continue with those bi-weekly meetings with all the city departments.
And with the initial funding that we will be authorizing today, is there an opportunity to seek out further funding through grants, say from the federal, infrastructure act?
Correct.
Is that possible?
Yes, as you know, the IRA has multiple greenhouse gas reduction grants available. The various city departments, including the mayor's office and council office, are actively working with CAO, and we are involved in that discussion with them, Bureau of Engineering. In addition to our consultant task, of coming up with a decarb work plan, one of their tasks is also to look at, whether the project delivery method that will be most appropriate for these projects to complete, and that will require them to look at various grants that are available that can be utilized to fund these projects as well.
Okay, as long as that we tap other, because I know, creating a work plan, you could absorb that 400-something thousand really easily, but then comes implementation and operationalizing it on the ground with the top 25 facilities that you will be identifying, right? That will entail a little bit more planning and also looking at the source of funding.
Correct.
So I would like to have the team have that more forward-looking mindset so that at least that consideration is top of mind when you're looking at the work plan.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Reyes. Any other questions, colleagues? Might just have a basic question is, are you guys going to look at existing public buildings, not new ones, or in addition, new ones too?
This particular task is asking for the existing building stock
Okay.
that the city owns now, which is about 1,100 city facilities. And so this task specifically asks for that.
Okay, no easy task, right? 1,100.
Correct.
Let's just start with 1,100. Okay, got it. Okay, that makes it clear for me. I don't see any other questions on this item. Are there any objections on this item? Hearing none. Is there a motion on the table to move item number 2 forward and forthwith? Thank you, Commissioner Reyes. Is there a second? Thank you, VP Villegas. Dr. Campos, there's a first by Commissioner Reyes and a second by VP Villegas to move item number 2 forward and forthwith.
Absolutely. We'll start the voting tabulation. We'll start with you, Madam President.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
Commissioner Corzan. And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
This motion is adopted and carries unanimous. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. I look forward to your report, by the way. And I know I didn't ask you, but I look forward to just seeing it. So when you have a draft, can you just send it over my way? Thank you. All right, moving on to item number 3. We do have a speaker card for this item. It's HHH.
That's me, Ms. Garcia. Yeah, Ms. Garcia, I'm going to use up 2 minutes on this topic, Ms. Garcia, for the reason that the public should be well aware of the approval of the river of San Fernando Valley. Well, look here. When Fat Mommy Martinez was in the valley, shit never got done. So what I'm going to say for the record, that the FBI at 310-477-6565 for the record, look into these projects of abuse, waste, and the potential of embezzlement because they're stealing federal dollars with that fucking stupid mayor of the past, Garbage Garcetti. And let me show you the table here. For example, Proposition K, a total amount of $35,000. That ain't shit. I couldn't wipe my ass with $35,000. If Jose Weezer Lewis could stick 100,000 G's in his closet, in his raincoat, then I should be able to do the same goddamn thing. But you can't, because you motherfuckers are too fucking stupid like Weezer to keep getting in trouble. So, authorize the city engineer to be able to utilize future identified funding sources. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Hidden money, contingency of money hidden. And why is that, Ms. Garcia? Does money grow on trees? You think taxpayers deserve to keep paying taxes for an infrastructure that is so fucking run down, so fucking stupid, so fucking ignorant and belligerent, and an idiot fool like you write up these proposals and agree to an aye vote? So check yourself, lady. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because Mark Ridley Thomas thought the same goddamn way, and where's that dumb doctor? He's testifying on his behalf that he did nothing wrong to make threats and cause problems at USC campuses. And let me tell you, USC has very good engineers, and we need to subsidize those engineers to fulfill these projects in the future.
Minutes.
Thank you.
Public comment for item number 3 is now officially closed. This is a request for Council Districts 3, 4, 5, and 6 funding source changes, Los Angeles Riverway, San Fernando Valley completion project. Recommending the board to 1, approve the use of following funding table number 2, which lists new funding sources as well as reallocates amounts of already existing funding sources for this task order in lieu of the approved funding table number 1. And 2, authorize the city engineer to be able to utilize future identified funding sources as needed within the budget authority of this task order. And this morning we have Mr. Nur here. Good morning. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, President Garcia. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Executive Officer. Good morning, City Attorney. My name is Nur Malhas, Senior Civil Engineer with Bureau of Engineering's Architecture Division. On December 12, 2018, the Board of Public Works adopted a board report which authorized the city engineer to issue a revision of the task order solicitation number 22 to Gruen Associates, contract 12472, for the services for the Ellie River San Fernando Valley completion project with a budget authority of $7,322,836. The board report had listed some funding sources as to be determined, and some funding allocations for listed funding sources has since changed. Since the time of the board approval, the funding allocations for the board report have been changed and new funding sources have been identified. So I therefore move that the board approve the use of the following funding table number 2, which lists the new funding sources as well as reallocate amounts of already existing funding sources for the task order in lieu of the approved funding table for the original report. And this funding table that you see before you in the report has the original and then what it's proposed to be revised to. To be clear, it's within the same budget authority. And I talked to Fernando or Dr. Campos earlier, and we're going to put a hold on recommendation number 2.
Thank you, Nur. I was actually going to ask about that, but yes, I agree. I want to put a hold on recommendation number 2, unless commissioners have any other thoughts around that. Okay, any questions? Vice President Villegas?
Thank you. Just a quick question, just seeing that the funds have just been moved around, and if you can provide a little bit more context as to the reasoning and if there's going to be any changes to the program or what these new funds that have been identified, CTIEP fund from 2018 and CTIEP fund from 2022, what are those, if you can elaborate just a little bit more?
So at the time when we approved this board report, we had some funds that were not identified yet as to be determined, and we indicated in the board report that it'll be other funds that will be identified at a later date. And now we're at that time where we have identified those funds, and these are where the new funds come from to allocate and supplement the amount to get up to $7,322,000. So during the time of the original board report, we've identified funding sources that actually have an account number, a funding appropriation unit, and an amount. And that's where these funding sources come from.
Okay, so you're saying that the 537, a little over 537,000 is just it's the LA County Flood Control District Fund and then the Prop K Fund?
Yes, it's, we've identified
It's the
this new
same number.
CTIP request, the 9459C, the 94WV36, as well as the fund that got put in the CTIP, and it's identified as 68250 PVCN.
Got it. Okay. And there's no change to the scope, it's just identifying of the funding.
That is correct. There's no change to the scope, and it's all within the already approved authority within the board.
Thank you. I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Villegas. Any other comments, questions? I amend the motion to strike recommendation number 2. Any objections? Hearing none. Is there a motion on the table to approve item number 3 forward and forthwith?
So moved.
Thank you, Vice President Villegas. Is there a second? Thank you, Commissioner Corson. Dr. Campos, there's a first by VP Villegas and a second by Commissioner Corson to approve item number 3 as amended.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, let's start the voting tabulation. Let's start with you, Madam Chair.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
Commissioner Corzan.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
This motion is adopted and carries unanimous. Thank you.
Thank you, Nur.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Moving on to item number 4, we do have a speaker card on this item. It's, I'm calling for HHH. HHH.
Last call for Speaker HHH. The Board of Public Works is considering item number 4. Last call for HHH.
Hearing none, public comment for item number 4 is now officially closed. This is a request in Council District 11 for a revised contract number, Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant, Headworks Order Control Upgrade, CIP 2344, and HWRP Headworks Improvement, CIP 2409. Recommending the board to, 1, approve the request to correct the Murray Company construction contract number cited in the December 10th, 2021 board report for this project from C 125471 to C 129405. And this morning, hello, sir, we have Mr., oh God, I don't have your name here. I want to call you by your last name.
Nadir Shah.
Narisha. That's
Yeah.
right.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Nadir Shah, Bureau of Engineering, Environmental Engineering Division. On December 10, 2021, the board adopted a board report authorizing a revised construction budget of $28.674 million for the capital improvement project CIP 2344, Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant, Headworks Odor Control Upgrade, and CIP 2409, Hyperion Water Reclamation Plan, Headworks Improvements. The adopted board report inadvertently cites an incorrect contract number for the contract in the title of the report. The contractor for the project is Murray Plumbing and Heating Corporation. This motion requests that the board authorize correcting the contract number. I therefore move that the board approve the request to correct the construction contract number cited in the December 10, 2021 board report for this project from C 125471 to C 129405. This concludes my report.
Thank you so much. You have a nice and easy one. Any questions, colleagues? Hearing none. We're just changing the contract number. That's what it is.
That's correct.
No problem. Is there a motion on the table to move item number 4 forward and forthwith?
So moved. Second.
I'm going to, Commissioner Reyes and then Commissioner Corson. Dr. Campos is the first by Commissioner Reyes and a second by Commissioner Corson to move item number 4 forward and forthwith.
Absolutely. We'll start the voting tabulation. We'll start with you, Madam Chair.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
Commissioner Corzan.
Aye.
And Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
This motion is adopted and carries unanimous. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
You come in.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
It's going to be lovely today. Colleagues, I'm going to move on to item number 7. This is a status update on major upcoming street improvement projects by the Bureau of Street Services. And we called you up here, Mr. Gopal. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning. How's everybody feeling right about now?
Good.
Oh, that's good. Okay, this is from our director, Mr. Keith Mose, who's also the general manager of the Bureau of Street Services. And I'd like to say, first of all, second of all, is good morning to President Garcia, Vice President Teresa Villegas, and Commissioner Vahed Corsan, Commissioner Susan Reyes, and Executive Officer Dr. Campos. This information is being provided to keep the public informed on the upcoming resurfacing projects and to minimize the impact on the community as well as delays. For additional information or concerns, you can contact our coordinating section for the Street Renewal Division. There are no major projects scheduled in the Metro or Valley regions during the week of March 22nd through April 1st. However, we will provide an update on our 22-23 pavement preservation program. During the week of March 26th through April 1st, the Valley and Metro regions will complete 16 projects for a total of 17.42 lane miles. The press releases were distributed and notifications have been issued. Streets LA has coordinated with the council offices to assist with the outreach to the stakeholders. We have coordinated with the Los Angeles Department of Transportation for the traffic control assistance also. This information is also available on the Streets LA. And this concludes my report.
Great, thank you very much. Any questions, colleagues? Seeing none, thank you, sir. Have a good rest of the day. Oh, hang on, Vice President Villegas.
Yes.
I have a request, and you don't have to do it this time around, but just for, so that it could be included in the report in the future.
Sure.
Can we get, like, after a storm, like the number of potholes that we have, or potholes that have been fixed?
I'll pass that on to my immediate supervisor
Okay.
and let him know
Appreciate it.
what
Thank
your
you.
concerns are. Now, listen, you guys have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good rest of the day. All right, colleagues, moving on to item numbers 5. We do have a speaker card on item number 5, HHH.
I'm present, Madam Garcia. Let me find the item. Yeah.
It's
Administrative items, whatever the fuck that means, but I'll try my best. It's CD8 in Mr. Marchese. The mayor and the city council have approved Board of Public Works on behalf of the nigger engineers to execute fucked up contract amendments for the fiscal year. Yeah. Architects Incorporation, pre-nigger qualified on-call fucking architectural services for the fucking various public buildings for fucking open space projects. Well, Miss Garcia, if you have a heart, and if one of you bitches have a heart, you would be doing something to build reasonable housing, not affordable. It ain't fucking shit affordable. Do you got me? They ain't fucking shit affordable. Luxury apartments, luxury condos are not affordable. Even your security guard in here in the white shirt, beautiful man, couldn't afford to not have to work 3 jobs just to pay his mortgage or rent. And look at me, motherfuckers. Look at me, I'm back. Mr. Campos, for the record, you know why? Because God is in me. God and the venomous beast in me are alive. And we bring the rage of the people of America to fight for the administrative items to do well for the issues in CDA. Thank you so much. God bless America. 42 USC. Politely. Fuck you. Thank you, Mommy.
This is an administrative item in Council District 8. The mayor and city council have approved and authorized the Board of Public Works on behalf of the Bureau of Engineering to execute contract amendment number 5 to FSY Architects, Inc. from the pre-qualified on-call architectural services list for various public buildings and open space projects. Item number 6, the mayor has approved and authorized the Board of Public Works on behalf of the Bureau of Sanitation to execute the memorandum of understanding between the Bureau of Sanitation and the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power for transportation electrification project funding. Is there a second to my motion to approve item 5 and 6?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Corson. Dr. Campos, there's a first by me and a second by Commissioner Corson to approve items 5 and 6.
Absolutely. We'll start the voting tabulation. We'll start with you, Madam Chair.
Aye.
Vice President Villegas.
Aye.
Commissioner Corzine.
Aye.
Commissioner Reyes.
Aye.
This motion is adopted and carries unanimous. Madam Chair, would you like to consider items 5 and 6 to go forward forthwith?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Okay. Given that we've approved that, Dr. Campos, have we cleared today's desk?
Yes, you have.
Great. Colleagues, it is now 10:51, and today's meeting is officially adjourned. We will meet for management in the conference room. Thank you.